Hey guys, Pancake Mixer, you back here with another video playing some Modern Warfare Remastered. And we got some sniping gameplay today here at Overgrown, as well as the map Crossfire later on. But today's video, we're kind of talking about the future of Call of Duty and maybe what we can expect not only with this game, Modern Warfare Remastered, but with the new Call of Duty coming out in 2017, as well as a possible another remastered project. Now, when we're looking at Modern Warfare Remastered, it was released with Infinite Warfare in 2016. So now it is Sledgehammer Games' turn to make the new Call of Duty and maybe release another remastered version of an older Call of Duty. So basically what we have right here is Sledgehammer Games. Remember, some of their past games include Modern Warfare 3 and Advanced Warfare. Now, Advanced Warfare really wasn't a huge success. It wasn't the worst Call of Duty ever made, but it was pretty close. I'd have to put it up there with Ghost, and then maybe rank Advanced Warfare, but I really do think Infinite Warfare is the most unsuccessful Call of Duty game that they have created in the past 10 years. Just because, I mean, the sales are down. The only reason the game really sold is because we have this game right here, which I'm playing, Modern Warfare Remastered. Without this game, I honestly would not have bought Infinite Warfare. And I believe there's a lot of other people in that same boat that wouldn't even care to get the new game. I've had Infinite Warfare and I've played maybe 2 or 3 matches of the game. And I couldn't stand it. I had to quit the game and I had to move on just because it is too much. It's not Call of Duty anymore. And they've changed way too many things. But looking at what can happen here in the future, we've already been told that Call of Duty that will be released here in November of 2017 will not be a futuristic Call of Duty, which is very good to hear for a lot of people, including myself, because I am sick and tired of the futuristic stuff. I wasn't a huge fan of Black Ops 3, honestly. I know that there was a lot of people that did like the game. I personally wasn't a fan. It was a good game, I think. I thought they did a good job on the game, making the game, and it appealed to a lot of people. But I'm kind of somebody that enjoyed the older Call of Duties that are either set in the modern era, slightly, maybe a little bit in the future, but I'm not talking like 50 years into the future, or Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare that are set many, many years into the future. So that's not what I am about at all. I like the past and the modern games. Now, when you're thinking of Sledgehammer Games, like I said, Modern Warfare 3 was a pretty successful game for them. And now a lot of people are thinking that Modern Warfare 3 will be the game that will be remastered here in 2017. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be Modern Warfare 3 at all. And there's a couple of reasons because of this. When you look at Sledgehammer Games, they will be developing the new Call of Duty, which is rumored to be World War II, Vietnam, somewhere in that time frame between those two dates. So it hasn't been confirmed. There's not really been anything that we can really draw from that. Like I said, it's still March, so we don't have a whole lot of info. But they have said that it will not be futuristic, and it will be old school boots on the ground gameplay. So that we have. And now it's being made by Sledgehammer Games, but that doesn't mean that Sledgehammer Games will be releasing one of their old, which is Modern Warfare 3. Because remember, Infinity Ward released Infinite Warfare, and then we got Modern Warfare Remastered. But it was Raven Software who developed, who kind of took control. I guess I shouldn't really say develop, because that's Infinity Ward's game. They made the game back in the day, but it was Raven Software who kind of took the duties of making that game, into the remastered version it is and what we have right now. Now, I'm thinking that, obviously it cannot be an old Treyarch game that can be remastered. It can't be Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. And before they did Black Ops 2, they would most likely do Black Ops 1, which I would be very excited for. I did like Black Ops 1. A very good game, and I have a lot of good memories from that game, especially in the zombies. I was a big zombies fan. After Black Ops 1, I just kind of lost interest in the whole zombies. But I'm thinking, guys, it's got to be Modern Warfare 2, and that's because they're not going to break the chronological order of the trilogy, but the Modern Warfare series. They're not going to do that. Just like they're not going to do that for the Black Ops series. They're not going to jump ahead to Black Ops 2 and skip Black Ops 1. And now remember, Infinity Ward, they had a lot of the guys that worked for Sledgehammer Games in their studio. So, during Modern Warfare 2, that was Infinity Ward's game, and then they helped a little bit with Modern Warfare 3, but that's kind of when Infinity Ward slowly got out of it. It was mostly Sledgehammer that did that game. And a lot of those guys that created Modern Warfare 3 were also part of the team that created Modern Warfare 2. And because of that, I think it's got to be Modern Warfare 2. Like I said, they're not going to break the chronological order of the games that were created. And for me, that's what makes the most sense. Honestly, I can't really think of anything else what's going to happen. And the next few years of Call of Duty, this is kind of what I think is going to happen. So 2017, we got Sledgehammer Games. They're going to release the new Call of Duty that is, like I said, somewhere between World War II era to Vietnam, somewhere in that time frame. Looking at 2018, it is now Treyarch's turn to create the new Call of Duty. So whatever their new game's going to be, you know, it's 2018, so we have no idea what they're going to do. But say if they do throw another remastered game and kind of keep the streak going of what we think is going to happen, you know, it could be a World War II game that they're going to make, or, you know, they could remaster Call of Duty World at War. How cool would that be if they remastered that game? You know, it was a really fun game, and remember, that was back, I think, in 2008 is when that game was released. So that's, you know, 10 years ago by the time we get to 2018, and just think of all the new technology we have to make this game better, and it's just going to be, you know, so much better graphically enhanced, and it would definitely be cool if they did that. And so that turns it around to Infinity Ward again for the next game after that, which it would be 2019. So Infinity Ward, it's their turn to make the new Call of Duty game again. You know, whatever they decide to make for the new Call of Duty, we have no idea. But then, that is 10 years from the date that Modern Warfare 2 was released in 2009. And so I think by this time, we're already going to have a Modern Warfare 2 remastered out there, because I think that's going to happen this year in 2017. So considering that that's the game we already have, we only got really one choice for 2019, Modern Warfare 3, and, you know, they might even do a special thing with a Modern Warfare trilogy and release a big bundle with kind of all three of those games rolled into one, maybe something like that. Or maybe they just go back and do Modern Warfare 3. And then by the time Infinity Ward gets out of there again, you know, goes back to Sledgehammer, and Sledgehammer is kind of hard to predict what they're going to do, because they really weren't in the Call of Duty rotation of games, you know, until Modern Warfare 3, because it was always Infinity Ward and Treyarch would go back and forth and create the game. And then by the next time I think Treyarch rolls around, I think it's going to be Black Ops 1. I really do. I think Black Ops 1 was one of the more popular games. I think Modern Warfare 2 was mostly everybody's favorite. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but it was certainly mine. A lot of the friends I talked to, everybody loved Modern Warfare 2. A lot of people that did like COD 4, but I think just the fact that they don't have the kill streaks, it kind of, you know, it's just not as exciting. In Modern Warfare 2, you know, you could get AC-130, the chopper gunner. That's something that Modern Warfare Remastered is missing, or not just Modern Warfare Remastered, but COD 4 back in the day. They didn't have kill streaks, and I think, you know, Modern Warfare 2 was a very big step for them, because they had all these crazy kill streaks. You know, you could get an EMP, payloads, where, you know, those things were tough to take down, and then just a lot of the cool secondary weapons that you didn't have, because Modern Warfare Remastered, it's just handguns. That's all you got for your secondaries. You didn't really have your Javelin or AT4, things like that. You know, you have a perk where you can use the RPGs, but they weren't used as specific secondary weapons. So that's kind of what I think here about the future of Call of Duty. I do think we are going to get Modern Warfare 2 Remastered here in 2017. And guys, I'm not the only one saying this. There's a lot of talk about it, not only on YouTube, but also around the internet, talking about which studios can do what. And it makes sense that they would do that, because, I mean, honestly, this year we're not going to get a Treyarch game, because Treyarch will release their own game. So it's not going to be Black Ops 1, and it's not going to be Black Ops 2. And then that kind of narrows it down to either Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2. And then, like I said, I just cannot see them breaking the chronological order and release Modern Warfare 3 Remastered over 2. And I think that would get a lot of fire on it, a lot of hate, because, you know, that petition that was started on the internet a while back has so many signatures of bringing back Modern Warfare 2, and if they were to skip Modern Warfare 2 and go straight to Modern Warfare 3, I just couldn't see that happening. It'd start a lot of raging, I'd tell you that much. But, you know, it's a very exciting time, you know, to kind of be talking about this, because if we did get Modern Warfare 2, I know I'm going to play that game like crazy. You know, I played that game so much back in the day, and, you know, had well over, I think, 30 days of gameplay on the game. So probably won't get that much gameplay, because you're busier now than you were when you were a kid. But Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, if it comes this year, going to be a lot of hype, and I don't even care what the new Call of Duty is. If they're going to release Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I think that's going to be a big enough sell for everybody. So guys, that's all I got for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time right here on the Pancake Mix For You channel.